I'm going to have a look here at this model kit, an in-box preview of it, which is the Meng model ZTZ-96B. They refer to it on the box as the 1/35th scale Tyrannosaurus series TS-034 PLA main battle tank ZTZ-96B. And interesting enough, this kit is all in Chinese on the front. Like, some of it's translated to English, but not all of it. All of your features and options, so I can't really read those off of there, but it's a very nice box art that they've done here. We can look on the side, which is pretty much typical of your Meng kits, which gives you the AK interactive paints on the side. They give you one of your subjects, which is from the International Army Games from 2016, which is really cool. And we've got, I'm sure it's not a big problem if I show the price tag on there. It's been quite a while since I bought this, but this is from an exhibition in 2016, because I did read the blurb on the instructions, and it mentioned these coming into service actually in 2017. And then again, they it's all in Chinese here pretty much, and with the nice digital scheme. So we will open it up and see what you get inside here. Hopefully my cat will get out of the way so I can open the box. And we have our instructions, and so they give you 4 paint schemes, and they do mention about the International Army Games tank that in the blurb, the one that lost its wheel over the rake, and then it ended up just completing the its run in the Army Games anyways. And I don't know if any of these are that exact tank, because it just tells you that it was one that participated in the games. But you've got some nice ones there, 3 digital ones, and just a plain one. I'm guessing that's probably a prototype. But actually, one interesting thing to point out is that it uses metal rods in here for the suspension, which I haven't seen on any other tanks. Usually these are just plastic, but for some reason they have included them as metal rods. It says steel rod here. There's quite a number of parts. The tracks are interesting too. They're done a little bit different, but we'll go through the parts in a moment. And you can see there's a lot of actual options here too. Like, you've got 4 styles of side skirting on there, which is very interesting. Lots of parts and full detail on the gun there. So now we will go through, well, here's the paint schemes. Again, it just says the Chinese delegation at the Albino training grounds, which was the tank biathlon here. And it doesn't really give us any more information about it, if that's the really cool one or not. And then you've got another one, a tank biathlon one from 2017, which is in a really nice paint scheme. And this one here, oh, this is actually a very interesting subject. It's a training tank for the biathlon. Very interesting, something like this, very different. And we have another one, another tank biathlon one, if that's not the one I already showed. No, it is different. And this from, it looks like the a Narenko air show. Just must have been, yeah, exhibition tank. Very interesting. All of these are actually quite interesting. Different tanks from different like areas and that. It's very interesting subjects. Now I'll go into the actual parts themselves. So we can see it's molded in that like tan plastic, which I like this very much. I don't like the lighter colors. I'd rather have them slightly darker. But I mean, it's not a big deal what color they mold them in, really. And there is detail on the inside of the hatches, which is actually quite nice detail in there. And the side skirting, there's multiple side skirting options, so here's a couple. Nicely done. I'm not sure these actually are rivets or not. They might just be dimpled like that for strengthening, like the footholds here. And they have that sort of chamfer cut on them. I've seen them do in other kits to get the proper scaling on them, which is very nice that they've done that. We'll move on to the gun itself now, because that's quite important. It's got the integrated cover there. You can see it's got quite a bit of fine details on there. If you look at the ridging on here, wouldn't be so easy to replicate that in metal. It actually looks better in plastic probably. And now the way it's split, yes, this is one thing I really love about the Meng kits. They split it so you will not see a seam here. It's excellent they've done that. And the detailing, you're much better off with the plastic one than trying to replace it with metal. And your armor here, all of it is excellent. You can see the really nice texture on there. Really nice. Doesn't look overdone. Doesn't look soft. Very nicely done. And your gun here. And it does have an open muzzle on the gun. I'm not sure if it will show up or not. You can see it there. It's spare tracks. Highly detailed. Even the mud flaps on the back here, they've got some kind of like a they're not just stiff and straight. They're already like pre-worn or whatever for you. Very nicely done. I'll check the turret out. Very nicely textured. Really nice all over. Excellent. Should be able to see there. Nicely done. And some details on here. I can't complain about anything on that, that's for sure. Everything looks really well done here. And I'll go to the suspension. You can see your unique guide horns here, which they show you in the instructions. They make a point about putting these on the tracks themselves. The wheels are just smooth. There's really no detail to them. And you can just go over them here. And there's several bags of them. No detail on the inside. You're never going to see it. So they look good enough. And we'll have a look at the fuel drums. They're split. The detail on them looks pretty good. Nothing too spectacular to mention about them. It's kind of the way of doing them. We're just lucky in the one kit to see them as one piece, which I believe was the Hobby Boss ZTZ-99. And your sprockets here, really nice. And your spare track looks detailed. I'll have a look at the track now. I'm just curious to see. It's a very soft vinyl. Unfortunately, you can see it's taken a weird set. These would have to probably be run under the warm water and to try and get that set out of there, because that's definitely a problem. You can see how it sits like that. But they look alright because they have these unique little perforations in them. And on the other side, again, those little tiny little perforations. And for a like one-piece vinyl, you can see that they do have the gaps in them, so that they can be made up very nice. You can see the edges of the tracks. Those might need to be cleaned up a little bit, but they're nice enough, and half of them are going to be hidden anyways under the skirting, so. So now we'll move on to the hull, which I will get out here. I'll take it out of the bags. These bags are just stapled together, so shouldn't be much to get them out. Oh, sorry for any noise. Very nicely detailed upper hull. You can see the texture on here, and actually you can see all the little bolts where you mount the reactive armor tooth. All of that is open. The little like the nut, where the bolts screw into there, all of it is open, so you could leave that off if you wanted to. Very nicely done. And some of the wiring here, very highly detailed upper hull. And you can see how it's like, some of it has the texturing and some of it doesn't. Like they've paid nice, like very nice attention to detail. Even the grilling here is very nice. Excellent detail on this. This hull is just excellent. You can see the bins here, the latches. We'll have a look at the lower hull here. They give you the really small poly caps here. And interesting, they have this bin here is a separate piece. I'm not really sure why if they forgot to tool this or what it is, but it's a separate bin here, and everything looks okay on it. And we have your lower hull. You can see the little pins here, I guess where that metal rod attaches to. And it looks okay, and fully detailed on the bottom. Not much on the escape hatch. And on the side here, nicely detailed. Then we have a couple more bags here, which is your optional side skirts. The other couple styles, very highly detailed on these. It would be very hard to make these if you had one, if you want one missing or something like that. But I'm guessing in real life these probably wouldn't pull off so easily anyways. And the other style here, very highly detailed. Again, they have the like rebated edges on them for proper skilling. Even these ones have been done that way. Very nice. Then we have the metal rods here, which are very unique. I haven't seen these on any other kit. So this is the first one I'm seeing with the rod style like this. I'm guessing it's more of a spring than it is just a way of attaching those, like the torsion bar suspension. Interesting enough. And a machine gun, which is interesting because there was another machine gun in there. And it has an open muzzle. Quite a bit of detail on this one. And the ammunition box. We'll flip it around here. Very detailed, very nicely done. The glass work, which appears to be quite clear. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. It's not a big deal. There isn't very much of it. And I'm guessing these are your rear lights here. And the last thing we have in here is actually your decal sheet. I'll pull the decals out. So we have a really nice sheet here. They seem to be a little bit better than a Trumpeter Hobby Boss style of decal, just slightly better. But you can see the various numbers here. So you can make any tank you want. I'm guessing if you wanted to do that tank that lost its wheel, you could probably make it out of this sheet because you're getting all the numbers here. It just depends whether you need one of these or not for it. It's a really nice sheet here. And lastly, we have the Photoetched, which is a very finely detailed grilling. Very, very mesh-like. Nicely done, that. And just a minimal amount. This is a very nice kit. If you don't want... It looks like you're getting so much detail in the plastic that they only have a very minimal amount of photo etch. And the other track, this track is actually very nice. It hasn't suffered that same set in it the way the other one did. It's a shame that that one did. And you can actually see here there's a kink right here. It's just a mold flaw, unfortunately. That's too bad. These tracks could have been done better. They put so much effort into detailing them the way they did, all the proper shape of them, and these little, I'm guessing these are little bolt heads that are holding rubber blocks on, and they've put so much detail into it, but unfortunately because of the material they molded them in, they've got kinks in them. The other one took a set. That's too bad. So these might be either you're gonna have to work around them and put effort into making these good, or you might just have to replace them. It's a shame that they put them in this material. They should have done link and length, but it is what it is. And it looks like an excellent kit. Heavy parts count on this kit. And this is the Meng 1/35 scale. Kit number TS034. It's the ZTZ-96B. It's highly detailed, high parts count. I would highly recommend this kit. And other than that, thank you for watching.
Но едут дальше, очень выносливая китайская машина. Что такое? Посмотрим, где? Вот мы видим, что случилось, Вы посмотрите, вот на гребенке практически, да, вот он, каток. Разваливается китайский танк. Ну что ж такое? То гусеницах. 22-летний младший сержант погладил гребенку, как ли девушку любимую, наш механик-водитель сейчас. Ласково, нежно, но одновременно страстно. Китайцы. На всякий случай вызывают китайцы запасной танк. Есть такая информация, посмотрите. Без катка работают. Но машина выдерживает скорости. Плюнул, что-то где-то подвернул. Вот уже и классика военная в ход пошла. Но мы знаем, что Василий Теркин в танковых войсках не служил, но свой Теркин, разумеется, в каждой роте, да и в каждом взводе. Мы это знаем прекрасно. Александр Твардовский. Китайцы, между тем, чуть-чуть впереди. Чуть-чуть впереди было первое попадание. По одной мишени мы не попали, уважаемые друзья, и тоже едем на штрафной круг. Евгений онлайн. Понятно, что все докладывают. Вы посмотрите, какое волнение на командном пункте. Но здесь и старый млад на трибунах. Кто-то получает огромное удовольствие.